Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to KarotKraft. I am Ninth, and I am here with episode number 20 of this series. That's right, I'm on episode 20, and we've been doing a bit of busyness. I didn't show it on camera because breeding villagers and everything is a pain in the butt. We do have some new residents in the library section. We've got 5 new extra villagers, and I know that you can only see 4 at the moment, but there is one tucked away over here because these guys didn't give me all of the books that I needed. I have taken over the desert and snow books, Dave, because I wanted to try and keep it in the library. It has gone into Dux's Mall, which I will go over to and show you in a bit. But I was up last night getting all of these books for that. I've only done the Frostwalker 1 because this guy has only given me Frostwalker 1. And we've got Silk Touch. So the 2 snow biome villages here, and then the 2 desert villages here, and like its efficiency, thorns, fire protection, and infinity from them. This guy in here is the one that gives me the Frostwalker, but he also gives me glass, which is really cool. That's what I quite like. I can get name tags if I wanted to get name tags as well. And I'm just getting my glass there. I want to build up some glass reserves because it's quite useful to have. So yes, I've already got a shulker box full from breeding with this, from trading with this villager. And if my voice sounds a bit odd, it's because I'm not feeling particularly well, apparently. So yes, but what we'll do, we'll go over to the. I tell you what we'll do. Actually, we're gonna. I am planning on. Actually, no, I don't need to do that just yet because I can get that sorted out. So the good thing about these books is it's already been decorated by the person who originally had the Dave. Now, unfortunately, they're not able to get on as much now. So I've taken it over for that. They've had a word with the Dave board, and uh, they relinquished the Dave. But I think in this episode we're going to be doing 2 projects, and we will talk about the second project in a little bit. But the first project is going to be sorting out the librarians and getting their books in the library. I have finished up the sort of dispensary system here, and I actually really quite like it. I've still sort of like implemented the original design with it because I felt that it would be important to do that, seeing as the original person made a great effort to do this, and so I sort of like kept in tune with that. But I've just added these dispensary systems onto the thing here. So basically, when you take a book now, it will just replace the book with another one, and you get the Aqua Affinity there. So that is that all there, and the same with the Silk Touch, the Looting 3, and the Frostwalker there. I still have to do the one up here. But now that I've got the system in place, it's going to be relatively easy to do. I'm going to need birch for this, I think. We've got that there. We've got 4 pillars to work with, which is cool. This is a bit more of a complicated design. Oh, actually, I've got these to replace now. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the snow first before I start up on doing this. The desert one is also pretty much done as well. Again, I've just tied it in with the usual sort of style that had already been done, and I've just added my little dispensaries into that. So that is quite cool. And as you can see, I can access the shulker boxes on the side just to make sure and check the stock levels and that sort of stuff. And then we got the payment barrels under there. I don't have enough. Apparently, people don't buy Infinity books, and I put the prices next to it so that we can see. And there. So now it is time to move on to the next part, and that is going to be the biggest part of this episode, I believe, where we are going to start building a factory. I want to take on the clay, mud, and packed mud Daves, and there is something that I've been wanting. You're going to cause me problems in a minute. Nope. Missed. Got ya. There's been something I've kind of wanted to do something with this cliffside for a while, and I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to actually build something within it. Now I'm gonna build the machine first, I think, and then the outside of it, because that's just going to be so much easier, and it's probably going to be quite large as well. I'm thinking it's probably going to come up to about here, and that is going to be quite large, and it's going to be this sort of level there, and it's probably going to come out to there. So I'm going to have like a sort of, I don't know, or maybe even a bit further. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I've got to figure it out. I want to make the machine first, as I said, and then we can faff about with the other elements of it. I suppose I'd better get clearing this area out. Okay, we have cleared out this area, and I did a little bit of playing around in creative on the creative server to figure out how I want to design this. And in the past, I've designed these to be like pushing the blocks upwards, whereas this time I'm actually going to do it pushing the blocks downwards, because I want the main floor of this sort of warehouse to be up here, so that the main entrance is going to be around this area here, and then we can do sort of like a dock entrance down below. And I thought that'd be quite an interesting way to do it. So I've got this area now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because blocks don't, the pistons don't let you push more than 12, and I need like an air gap in between. So I'm gonna sort of build this. I have designed the main mechanism. I say designed, I'm pretty certain somebody's probably already done a similar design to this, but this is basically just the top side of it. This is the best that I think I can do. It's nice and compact, actually, a lot more compact than the original version that I have done in the past, where I will get the, I need to get back a bit, where I would get the redstone, where I'd do it like as like a tower thing. So I'm actually really quite happy with how this is looking so far. I'm just going to test this stream just to make sure that it's working all okay. I'm just going to place a load of blocks here now and do that. There we go. So did that do all of them? Yes, it did, which is nice. And then what I can do is I will go, I'm just going to get to the end and make sure that they all drop down as well. This is just going to act as a test for this, and then I need to work on the actual modification system.
Okay, that is done it. We got a nice slab there worth of dirt. That will come down all the way to there eventually if I start adding more to it, but I'm not going to waste time doing that now. I know that it works at least for this part, so that is great. I need to set up for the actual mud part now, which I need to go and sort out. I need to get a load of glass bottles for that, and luckily I have been getting a load of glass for a different project, which unfortunately is probably not going to come to fruition now, just purely because of time constraints, because it was for like Christmas and stuff like that. But we will hopefully, I can use that glass for something else. Oh. And get this going. Ooh, there we go. Come on. Right, and down there. So let's go and work on the modification process. Okay, we are coming up to the end of this, I believe. It shouldn't, it's probably got one or two more lines to go, but I've ran out of dirt for that hand. But look at that slab of mud. That is what I was looking for. And I am really happy with how that's turned out. Let's see if I get, I've got some more dirt, so I'm going to just quickly go and finish up that slab and make sure that it is all done. We are missing a bit of mud on that first bottom bit because of reasons, and so let's see. Right, oh, it still goes down one more. I think that should be the final, or this should be the final one that it will go down. It shouldn't go down anymore from that, so we shall have a quick look and see with you guys on camera, see how quick I can go. The only issue I've got is every now and then I have to keep declogging the actual machine, which is a bit annoying, but I guess it's just something I'm going to have to deal with, a bit of machine maintenance, should I say. And it's getting dark. I think I've slept, so it shouldn't have any phantom issues. If I keep going like this, next one, this one is going to be the last one, I believe. Yes, that is the last one. Oh, and I lost a bottle. So that is that entire, oh wait, is actually, I've not broken that by having the torches there. But that is a lot of mud, which is perfect. So now that I know this sort of like size, I can build around that. And then I kind of want to try and see if there's a way that I can maybe look into doing the clay and like taking some of the mud from there and doing a clay ribbon. Maybe we can use some sticky piston action or something like that. Okay, so I have marked out a couple of, or 4 pillars basically, for the start of the front of this build. I flattened this area out and I brought it forward a little bit so that we can do something over here, because this area goes quite a ways further on down towards the river, so I kind of want a good substantial size for this particular build. And basically I'm working off a reference image from an anime that I have been watching, and I really sort of like the architecture of this particular building, and so I'm going to try and bring that through into here. So we've got these 4 main pillars which will have the roofs going down. So I just thought I'd show you where I am at the moment and with marking the way through there. And yeah, so I'm just going to do it in stone for now, just to sort of get a gauge of the scale, and then we can come in and bring some texture around for that. I've got the sort of roof line in that I think would go well with this, and that is looking good. I think I've got it right, but I could be wrong. Slab. So if I do this and take that off there. There we go. Now that's right. But I think I'm going to add a bit of colour into this now, just so that I can get a figure for it. Now, in the actual images that I've got, these in between here, it's an orangey colour. But I think I'm going to have a go at using my own sort of colours that I've got here. And maybe I will put in a bit of brown or the grey. I'm not entirely sure as of yet, but we can figure that out as we go along. I've started blocking in some colour, as you can see, but I do like this light grey terracotta. The original build, or the original, calls for more of an orangey tone. The light grey kind of gives that orange tone, but it also keeps it in tune with the colours that I've been building in my base already. I also raised the central roof up a little bit more so that this archway can be viewed more from the outside. With regards to the reference image, this is actually more of a higher roof. However, I think due to the constraints that I've got here, otherwise it's just going to be a huge building. I mean, it's already a huge building as it is. I think that I'm going to maybe make this a flat roof, so at least we can still see their thing. I might do some little stack columns or something like that for it. Or I could even just keep this open as though it's a sort of courtyard bit first and look into doing that. So I'm using the reference image, but I'm going to sort of adapt it to fit my need. So I'm really looking forward to getting this completed. I'm just going to be doing the front fascia, I think, initially. I've also come in here and sort of sectioned off like some areas to come in here. So this will be the sort of mud room. Over here I'm going to do a playroom as well, work on a machine for that. But this is going to be sort of like a nice open area with glass looking down at the redstone there, so you'll be able to see what's going on down below, and this will move over more over there. But that's where I am at the moment. I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'll come back once I've done a bit more of this.
Dual dimension farm, so it's a 2-player farm.
What, and is it still there?
Yeah. Let's go.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, we've made it safely through the portal.
Is that just the particles from this biome? Plins and stuff. Guys, we should like take stuff and like prank Spawn and make it all the pale stuff. What, there's new flowies?
Oh, you found the flowers?
Closed eye.
Oh yeah.
Right, it's starting to get dark now. Shall we come into the middle and
Yeah. Ooh.
There's a dude. There's
Char,
a creature
Char,
dude.
Char. Don't look now.
Every monster, that's fun.
Yeah, I if you come over here, you
Oh,
can
look,
see
this
the
resin.
flowers.
Yeah.
So I saw on B-Dubs is...
Yeah.
So
Look what we have. We finally have updated to Minecraft 1.21.4 here on KarotKraft, and that means we've got access to this wonderful item as well as the creaking heart and the resin. Yep, I have been really excited about this because it means that I can really consider what I want to do building wise, because in the next few episodes, as we've been doing, as you saw, we are going to be focusing on our main base sort of area, because this area has been a little bit neglected. I was originally going to be building elsewhere, but I've decided a slight change of plans is in order. I think I want to develop this area as much as I possibly can and get this here. So we've been working obviously on the factory over here, which is looking really, really cool. I'm gonna have a go at finishing off at least the front, or maybe this one section of it, and then we can see what it's going to be like. It's going to be a grand structure, so this is going to take a couple of weeks to finish off, I think. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we're going to get there eventually. I've just been having a lot of fun playing with the new Minecraft 1.20, 1.4 over on my Minecraft with Knife series, which you, by the way, you should go and check that out. I've been having quite fun doing a bit of single player stuff. I did raise this up slightly just to see what that's like, and I am liking that. I just need to raise the arches up, which I've started doing there, as you can see, and I think that just adds a little bit of definition to it that was sorely needed. Because if we come back over here, you can now see that it kind of just peaks up over that slightly more, which is what I wanted. And then I can actually look into doing some sort of a little bit of a roof on top of this area. I think I can do as well. I have done a bit of texturing in this corner like I said I would, and I actually really quite like this. I brought in the pale oak and acacia around here because I felt that those sort of tones blended well with the tuff that I've added to this. And for the sort of cross sections that we saw with the reference image, I brought in this nether brick fence in order to sort of try and tie that in. I actually really quite like it. Obviously it looks a bit off when you look at it quite close up, but when you are looking at it at a distance, so if I come over here for example, I think it kind of creates an interesting image. It looks quite interesting there. I'm not too sure about the frog lights. I have seen this technique used before, but I think that there needs to just be something obscuring them just a little bit more, which means unfortunately it is going to create an extra layer around the back here, which means the actual thing's going to come out there. But I think I've got enough space to play with for detailing on the inside as it is. I've also added this little bit of a roof just to try and see what it's like. The middle archway is going to pop up a little bit more anyway. That will come up quite a bit more, because when I brought these in it kind of came up a little bit more, so we don't need to worry too much about the roof looking too flat there. But I think that this has made a good bit of headway, and when did that happen? So yes, but I am out of time for today's episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below to tell me what you thought. Also, let me know what you think about this building. If you want to be notified as to when I post my next video, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified as to when I post my videos. And also, you may not be aware of this, but we're actually currently streaming a life series over on Twitch with a group of us from the server. So if you want to go check that out, please do. And I am streaming on This Writer Games. So what I will say is, until next time, I'll see you later.